All right, so this is going to be a video on the Mosko R80 bags and putting them on an enduro bike. The Mosko R80 bags are designed primarily for adventure bikes, larger GS 1200s, GS 800s, KTM adventure bikes, which are wider across the hips. This is a KTM 500. It's going to require a bit of modification because they don't naturally fit on the slim-waisted enduro bikes. What I'll also do is cover the changes between this and my prior system, which was the Giant Loop Coyote. I went through 3 generations of that, and currently the Alt-Rider Hemisphere. This is the Alt-Rider Hemisphere that I've been riding for 5 years. It carries a majority of the load over the top of the bag. I want to drop it down all the weight below the seat. That's why I want to go with the R80. It carries 22 liters in each side bag, so we got just a 40 liters, whereas this is completely stacked is 40 liters total, which comes up to about here. So I'm going to get rid of that over the seat height weight and keep it down low. I'll also draw some comparisons in sizing between the side bags of the R80 and the side legs of the Alt-Rider Hemisphere and Giant Loop Coyote. They're both similar bags with similar measurements. First step is, since I only need roughly 20 liters per side, I got rid of the top bag that goes across the Giant Loop Coyote and the beaver tail that snaps it closed. Ditch those, no weight on top. The measurements. These side legs are 21 inches. The Giant Loop Coyote is 14 inches lengthwise this way. That's roughly a third longer. So this will be a little bit of a challenge in how do I get those on the bike and not interfere with me ergonomically. These bags are also 1 inch wider in width. So they will be a little wider, but only an inch. Where they are is 2 inches this lengthwise, 2 inches wider that way. That's how they get all the volume in there. These are on both sides. I've got a 1 liter Molly pouch on each side. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring you and show you along the top. The Mosko R80, if you look at this measurement here, it's 14 inches. That is twice as wide across the top of the seat in that direction than a Giant Loop Coyote and the Alt-Rider Hemisphere. So we were discussing the width of the harness here. And what that does is present a couple challenges. Challenge number 1 is it drops the bags lower down the side than what they need to be because of the width, and it drops down farther than what it should. I will taken 2 things to counteract that. I've already taken the first step. The first step is this is the standard aluminum stay that goes in the bag, and it sticks out to about here, so the bag would run out to here and then drop down. You can see how far that drop it sticks out on the side. That provides not a close engagement. So what I did, I had another strap cut about 4 inches shorter, and that goes, this is the length of it, and that allows the harness to drop down and snug a lot closer in. It still drops a little low, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbolt the side bag holster and move that whole system up, most likely at least an inch on each side of the holster. And what that will do is raise the bags up a little bit. And you think, why do I want to raise them up? I'll show you under the bike here. So the bags hang down about 2 inches at this point below the number plate. The Giant Loop Coyote with the smaller side bags, they sit up and are braced better. This is only a problem on the left side of the bike, because on the right side of the bike that has the exhaust here, that creates a longer side panel with the support of the side panel resting on the solid mounted muffler. This isn't a problem on the right side of the bike. On the left side of the bike, that slab-sided, this number plate has no support. You can see what I've done is utilize 3/16" steel mated to a couple screws that are in the chassis to provide support for that. That provides enough support that that bag doesn't travel inwards. And by bringing the bags even farther up, it will less pressure on the system. All right, so the two main challenges are the length of the harness system, which I explained with the two methods that I'm changing it with the straps and relocating these side bags farther up. That will overcome that problem. The second challenge is the width of the harness, which you just have to be ergonomically correct in positioning it. You don't have as much choices. But in this current position for me, it works well. It doesn't hinder me ergonomically whatsoever. And matter of fact, holding that load below the seat does exactly what I want by keeping the weight as low as possible on the bike and more centrally located. Looking forward to really testing this system out. What I'll also do going forward then is I've got 1 week of off-roading on this system so far, no problems at all. I'll do an actual review of the Mosko Moto luggage in comparison to the other 5 sets of luggage systems that I've been using since 2007, the pros and cons of both. All right, guys, stay tuned, and I'll chat with you later. Bye-bye.